Dear brothers and sisters, for many people, Christmas is a season of bright lights, gifts, joyful music, and warm gatherings with family, a time of laughter and togetherness. But at the same time, it can also be a season of hurry, of bills, of worries piling up until our hearts feel tired and a little hardened. Tonight, I would like to invite you to pause for a few minutes and listen to a small story that took place in an ordinary store in America on a cold Christmas Eve. There are no angels in the sky, no spectacular Eucharistic miracles, only a poor little boy, a busy man, and a simple pair of Christmas shoes. And yet, right in that very ordinary moment, Jesus quietly touched one person's heart and reminded us of something essential. That Christmas is not only about the gifts inside boxes, but about love being awakened in the depths of each heart. The first character in our story is a middle-aged man, a regular Catholic, just like so many of us. He has a job, a family, bills to pay, and invisible pressures he rarely talks about with anyone. On the afternoon of December 24th, Christmas Eve, he pushes his way through a packed shopping mall. Christmas music is playing everywhere, but there is no peace in his heart. I still have to buy presents for the kids. I still haven't found something for my wife. And this month's credit card bill is going to be huge. He glances at his watch, impatient, standing in a long line at the checkout. His mind is full of complaints. What kind of Christmas is this? All I feel is stress. So much to buy, so much to pay. From the outside, you would simply see a well-dressed man holding a few gifts, but inside, his heart has grown dry. Christmas is no longer "O Holy Night" for him, but feels more like the night of endless bills. And at that very moment, the Lord is about to send him a very small teacher, a teacher who barely reaches his shoulder, but who will teach him the most important lesson about what a Christmas gift really means. Standing in front of him in line is a little boy, about 8 or 9 years old. His clothes are worn, his coat is faded, the shoes on his feet are old and frayed from any winters. In his hands he holds a beautiful pair of women's shoes, sparkling under the store lights. Clearly not something he is buying for himself. On the counter lies a pile of small coins, loose change, crumpled bills, a few worn dollars. The boy counts them again and again, lips moving softly, eyes glancing nervously at the cashier, who waits patiently. "Ma'am, is this enough?" His voice is small, but full of hope. The cashier looks at the screen, then at the money on the counter. She sighs gently. "There's still a little bit missing. Sweetheart, if there isn't enough, I have to put the shoes back." The boy bows his head and starts counting his coins again, as if he already knows he has nothing more to offer. His eyes show disappointment, but there is also something deeper there, a sadness the man behind him can suddenly feel, almost without thinking. The man leans forward and whispers, "Who are you buying those shoes for?" The boy looks up, eyes clear and serious, and answers with all the gravity of a child who has grown up too fast. "I'm buying them for my mom. She's very sick. She might go to be with Jesus tonight. I want her to look really beautiful if she meets him this evening." The whole store seems to fall silent. The Christmas music is still playing, but for the man, everything else fades away, and only the boy's words echo in his heart. In a single moment, the man suddenly sees two very different worlds. On one side is his own world, new gift boxes, credit cards, annoyance at waiting in line, grumbling about how expensive Christmas is. On the other side is the boy's world, a mother lying in a hospital bed, a poor home, a child gathering every last coin, just to buy his mother a beautiful pair of shoes for what may be the last time he can say, "Mom, I love you." He feels as if Jesus himself is asking him right then, "Do you still remember what tonight is really about? Do you remember that I came into the world not so that people could have more expensive gifts, but so that even the poorest ones would know they are loved?" Instinctively, the man reaches for his wallet. Inside is the money he had planned to use to buy one more little present for himself, but this time he does not hesitate. He places the bills on the counter, and says to the cashier, "I'll pay the rest for the boy." The boy's eyes widen. He can hardly believe what he's hearing. The shoes are wrapped up, placed into his hands like a Christmas gift from heaven. "Thank you, sir. I know my mom will love them. I want her to look beautiful when she meets Jesus tonight." With that, the boy clutches the shoebox tightly, runs out the door, and disappears into the snowy street. The man stands there, motionless. He does not know whether the boy's mother was still alive the next morning, or whether she had gone to be with the Lord. But he knows one thing for certain. Jesus used that little boy to awaken his own frozen heart. That night, when he returns home, the man looks at the Christmas tree and the neatly wrapped presents beneath it with entirely different eyes. He thinks about all the times he has prayed on autopilot, all the Christmas masses he has attended only out of habit. He thinks about the boy, sitting at his mother's bedside, opening that shoebox with all the love in his small heart. He realizes that child understands Christmas better than he does. Christmas is not about how much more we can get, but about how much love we dare to give. Those shoes may be just a small object, but inside them is a son's love for his mother, and the faith that there is a God who will receive and cherish her at the hour of her passing. And the gift the man received is even greater. He received back a heart that can feel again. A forgotten faith rekindled by a poor little boy. From that Christmas onward, he begins to pray with sincerity, to bring his whole family to church, to think more about those in need. He knows that on that particular Christmas, the Lord gave him his own pair of shoes, a way for his heart to walk back to God. Dear brothers and sisters, perhaps we have never met a boy like the one in this story, but around us there are still many people quietly counting their last coins, not to buy something for themselves, but to care for a loved one, for a child, for an aging parent. Perhaps we are not so different from that man, caught up in gifts, in shopping, in small annoyances, to the point that we forget Christmas is the day when God became poor to enrich us with his love. The story of the Christmas shoes is not a laboratory miracle, but it is a miracle of the heart of a loving child, the heart of a man awakened, and a God who uses very small things to reach us. If you wish, we can now quietly say this prayer together. Lord Jesus, I thank you for coming to us in poverty and humility, for choosing a manger instead of a palace, for teaching us that a small act of love can warm an entire winter night. I offer to you all my worries about money, gifts, and bills, and all the times I have allowed these things to hide from me the true meaning of Christmas. Give me a heart like that little boy's, a heart that thinks of others, especially those who are sick, lonely, or poor. Make me like that man as well, willing to open my wallet, to open my hands, and above all, to open my heart in response to your call. Lord, transform this Christmas in my life into a season of gratitude and generosity, so that through me someone else may discover that you are still truly present in our world today. Amen. This is the story of the Christmas shoes, a simple little story, but one that invites us to look at ourselves and ask, this Christmas, to whom will I offer a gift of love?